I thoroughly enjoyed this week's playtest video. How about you, Todd? How was your experience?
It was actually the polar opposite of what I expected to happen.
Yeah.
I expected to cast Edge Champion, and then for you to die.
Right.
Instead, I did not cast Edge Champion, and then I died.
Yeah, and then I did not die.
Yeah. So
I think you may have to begrudgingly admit that the matchup wasn't quite as good as you had thought.
That's true. That's true. I mean, the first game, like, I think I definitely misplayed, but I was trying. I mean, a definite misplay is incorrect, actually. I think that I could have cast. If I was on the play, I definitely just cast Cranial Plating on turn 1.
Yeah, because I can't do anything about it.
Because you can't do anything about it. But if you have any Spell Pierce or Spell Snare, you know, you're going to be able to counter my Cranial Plating, and then my draw is kind of shot.
Yeah.
And I wanted to try to wait for maybe tap out on turn 2 for like a Tarmogoyf or something. Or even, like, since you fetched up a mountain, you could have just, like, gone Island Delver as your turn 2 play, and then plating is, like, live then. But once I had the 4 mana on turn 2, I felt like it was reasonable for me to attempt to play around just Spell Pierce and not Spell Snare. I actually didn't even think about Mana Leak. I thought maybe you had, like, Remand or something. So
yeah, Mana Leak's not, like, necessarily a typical card to see, so I think not playing around it is pretty, like, reasonable.
Yeah, and, I mean, even though I drew 4 Thoughtcasts, like, I drew a ton of lands and a ton of 0/2s, and you were able to just, like, control my threats that mattered, which I think was important. And Vidalcan Shackles goes a long way in doing that.
Yeah.
Shackles is obviously very important in this matchup, but, like, how do you feel about just, like, any specific cards you want to talk about in the matchup?
Yeah, like, Shackles was... I mean, I knew the card was going to be good, because, like, only answered Edge Champion. All your guys are, like, 0s.
Yeah.
So I can always steal something. But I was, like, impressed by it. It was better than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But, yeah, some of the other stuff, like... You know, I thought that I would probably be dying to platings and stuff more often, but I was actually able to just control that with, like, both Burst, Lightning, and Lightning Bolt. I think having access to, like, both of those was really good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to mention Grim Lavamancer was an all-star when he stuck that one game.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, he came down another game, but I had the Galvanic Blast. But the fact that I had to use Galvanic Blast to kill that instead of, like, trying to kill you, like, there was one game where I got you down to, like, 8, but I had used two Galvanic Blasts to kill, like, a Vendilion Click and a Grim Lavamancer.
Right.
And so, like, your creatures you were playing were more important that I dealt with, even though I was, like, needing those closer to the end of the game. I might have been making mistakes, like prioritizing, like, killing your creatures as opposed to you, but I don't know.
No, I mean, I think you made the play you had to make there, at least with the Lavamancer.
Yeah, I think killing the Click was probably a misplay. Like, more than likely, you cast it during my combat step, which signifies that you're probably going to just block with it, especially because you targeted yourself with your Vendilion Click. I should have just let it resolve and then let you block and trade with, like, a random dork that didn't matter.
Yeah, I think I was just going to block the one of your Ornithopters and just get it off the table. And that
way... Well,
no,
was that the turn where you stole my Signal Pest, or...
You attacked with both Ornithopters so that I couldn't steal one to block with it.
Okay, but you also could have blocked my Signal Pest for free then, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay,
I think
so I think... Okay, so bolting, I guess, was the right play. But overall, I think the matchup... I thought it was more in my favor. I have no idea what happened. Like, maybe I was just completely wrong, but...
I mean, smaller sample size, I would say it's definitely, like... You know... I wouldn't say it's in your favor, at any rate, to the extent that you maybe thought it was. I mean, it may still actually be, like, we only played 4 games. You know, that it could just be variance or something. I mean, I drew pretty well, so.
Sure, but, I mean, I definitely could have mulliganed in Game 3, but your hand was very good, and I'm not sure, like, any 6-card hand could have beaten it unless it was just the Stone Cold. But, yeah, anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed our delve into Modern, even though I got completely obliterated.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like seeing Affinity lose because I hate that deck.
Yeah, me too. Like I mean, I was very satisfied by the result of today's video. Like, I hate Affinity, and I got to win 4-0. Like, pretty happy about that. One thing I was disappointed with is I had to crack a fetch and shuffle a Huntmaster in.
No.
Yeah, I want to see him out, but I needed to cast, like, all my spells that turn. So.
Right. No, I agree. That's fine.
Yeah.
So. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate y'all watching today. We'll be back next week, probably with Standard. But thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.